Hi everybody, my name is Lucy Maycock and I'm a community artist and I'm working with Junction Arts on this incredible project based around the regeneration of Clay Cross and the area. So this pre-recorded workshop is just some ideas of how you can use the templates that you may have already done some work on or new templates as a way of giving your thoughts, ideas and feedback around the ideas for the regeneration of Clay Cross. So I've got a few examples of some of the artwork that I've done that incorporates words and sentences into the actual art. So this one is actually my favourite. So this is a swallow that I did, and I used the sponging paint technique to start with, and then when it was dry I used a black pen to write one word, which is redevelopment. So we're looking at the redevelopment of Clay Cross. So that was my favourite one that I've done. And then I'm going to be talking you through how to use a template like this and incorporate your thoughts and ideas around the project. So really briefly, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the town plan for Clay Cross. So there are a number of different things that the council have proposed. And you can download all of these things online from their page where they have all the stuff to do with the town plan. This document here is quite good because it gives you a little summary at the side of all the little different things and then a little map so you can see whereabouts it's going to happen. So I'm just going to talk really briefly. One of the ideas of where the areas they're looking for regeneration is Market Street and creating a new heart to the town centre. So the development of new buildings and accommodate retail and civic uses, as well as the creation of space for flats and new houses. Creation of a market square, which would be, I think, would be lovely in Clay Cross. Car parking and the potential of a road link from Market Street to the Tesco car park. So the little map kind of outlines that little idea, which I think is fab. So looking at the existing adult education and social centre and a creation of a training and enterprise hub, including new provision for social care and a relocated library, housing and a car parking and play space. So that would be all of that area where the social centre is, and regenerating and looking at that as a kind of education and training hub, which would be really great because we haven't really got anything like that in Clay Cross presently. So another one is a big part of the development would be to develop the Charlie Park Leisure Centre and build a new state-of-the-art leisure centre there. There's going to be looking at traffic management along the high street and making it pedestrianised rather than having traffic there. A creative Clay Cross, so potentially creating a creative hub for artists like myself or enterprises to sell their artistic wares and their products, and to have things like workshops and community and cultural events. Possibly planning for a railway station. So Clay Cross used to have a railway station years ago, but it actually got closed down. So that would be really great if we could have a rail link because it would make life a lot easier for a lot of the people that live here. And there's also plans for new housing, low carbon energy network and green employment space. So there are lots and lots of different really great things that they're planning to do to regenerate the area around Clay Cross. And what I want you to do is, from some of what I've just said or anything that you've already read, I want you to give some thoughts and opinions and feelings about that. It can just be one word, it can be a sentence, it can be however you would like to, however much you would like to give, or however little. So the first technique I'm going to talk you through, I'm going to use another one of the flowers that I've created using the templates and then the sponging paint onto them. And we're going to use that as our background. And then I'm just going to do one word across this. So I live really near Clay Cross and I think that the new plans are really exciting. So I'm going to use the word exciting, and I'm doing it big across the whole template. So I'm going in with an E. Now the one thing you have got to remember is when you're doing this, if you've got a really long word, make sure you have enough space to fit it on. E-X C I, I'll do my T down here, and then it's going to get smaller. I N, I'm going to do a little N and a little G. So as you can see, I haven't used the entire space, but it still looks pretty good. So I'm going to make the lettering slightly thicker in lines so you can really see. So I'm just going to really quickly thicken up the lines. So a nice little tip you can do for this type of lettering, if you'd like to, is you can make your lines that are going downwards slightly thicker than the ones across. So I think I've done that on this one here, you can see. So that the lines going downwards are slightly thicker. It just gives a really nice kind of feel to your lettering. I'm not going to do it on this one. I don't think it needs it. Now I'm using, it's just a black kind of felt pen, but marker pens and Sharpies do have better coverage for this. So Posca pens even more so. If you've got any of those paint pens, they cover really well. I'm actually going to switch up pens now. I'm going to use a permanent marker, so it makes my life a lot easier. Do whatever style lettering you like. I'm working quite quickly, but please take your time and make it as neat as you can. You might even find that even your marker pens struggle a little bit over the paint. If you just keep going over the same line, you'll get the black coverage in the end. So I'm going over the line a few times with the pen. Take that to the top. And then the last letter, which is my G, there. So, really simple technique, I think is really effective. So we've got exciting and we've got redevelopment. So the next technique we're going to look at is this one. So if you already have templates from your art packs, that's great. If not, you can download the templates online. So I have the buzzard one here, and I've just gone around the outside of the buzzard with a thin black pen, just so it stands out. Other things you're going to need are a selection of colours. So I've just got some barrel felt pens, and I'm going to use orange, purple, red and green. They're going to be my colours. And you're going to need a black felt pen as well. So you can use a thin one or a fat one, whatever you've got around the house. So this one, we're going to look at writing more than just a word. Okay, so this one, we're going to give an idea, a thought, an opinion, a feeling about something to do with the regeneration. So I have a few questions that might help just for you to think about what you would like to say. So I'm going to give you those questions. If you would like, you can use them. If not, that's fine. It's completely up to you. So the key questions that I have got are, what do you think about Claycross as a place to live and work? So what do you really think about it? What do you think would make Claycross a better place to live and work? So how can we improve it? And what do you think the barriers to this might be? So what do you think the problems with making your ideas or these things that we're looking at to become a reality? What do you think about small local businesses in Claycross? How do you think we can help small businesses in Claycross? What do you think about training opportunities in the area? How could we make it better? How could we have more opportunities? And last, we're looking at, what do you think about the transport links in Claycross? Would having a railway station make life easier for you? Do we need more buses? What do we need? What do you think about digital connectivity? So are people, do people have access to digital technologies, and do people use lots of digital things? How can we help people become more digitally connected? So those are your key questions that you can consider when you're having a think about what you want to say. So we're going to start off by doing our artwork, and we're going to section the artwork up into areas. So first I'm going to come in with the purple, and I'm just going to draw a line that goes from the top of the wing to the other side, but I'm going to do it a little bit of a wiggly line. So, oh, my pen's running out. Let me change pens. I do use purple quite a lot. That's better. Let's go over that line. And then we're going to make the line thicker. So and then we're going to colour it in. This is just another idea of how we can be creative with our feedback, and it looks really fab. So you're just going to colour in between the lines. So you've got purple wiggly line that goes from wing to wing, like that. And then we're going to do the same with red. So I'm going to come from here to here. I'm going to make this line slightly thinner, so we're not going to make it really thick. So there we go. And then we're going to get our orange, and we're just going to come in a little bit with the orange just here. So I'm going to do quite a thick orange. Oh, that pen's running out as well. To go through my pens, I think. There we go. So colouring in your orange line. I'm going to do a little bit of a kind of half circle there. Where we've got a lot of space between the edge and the red, I'm going to come in with a little bit of orange. And where we haven't got a lot of space, I'm going to leave it. So this side we've got more space, so that side we haven't, so I'm going to leave that. Apart from this little bit there, I'm going to put a tiny tip there. And then last but not least, we're going to come in with some green. I'm going to do the tail. So there we go. So now we're finished with our colours. I want you to get a black pen. I've got quite a thin black pen. And we're going to start doing some writing. And we're going to start at the top. And we're going to go along the very top bit first. So I live 2 miles outside Claycross. And I think that the regeneration of the area is a really great thing. So my thoughts and feedback is going to be, I'm going to change my pen, that's slightly thicker than I want it to be. So I'm going to do mine all in capital letters. So it gets really nice when there's more room and the lettering gets wider and then gets thinner again, and that looks really cool. It looks really creative. I'm just got to make sure I spell everything right. I'm not known for being the best speller. So far I've got regeneration of an area can, and I'm going to put never be a bad thing. So my feedback's quite generic. It's not that specific thing. It's just about regeneration in general. And I'm going to put Claycross, put full stop. Residents. Deserve to live in a place they feel, oh, I better not run out of room, proud of. Oh, just look how nearly ran out of room there. So, regeneration of an area can never be a bad thing. Claycross residents deserve to live in a place they can be proud of. And it's a really nice thing to say, and we've made it all fab and creative. If you want to, you can go around the outside with a thicker black line, which I'm going to do just to finish it off. So the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my big thick black pen, and I'm going to go over the thin line just to make it stand out really well and have a bit more impact. Take your time when you do this. If you do this, I want you to try, have a go at this activity, give some feedback or an opinion or an idea, and you can do it in this way, or you could, if you've got another idea of how you could include feedback in your artwork, then please have a go and make sure you send us your work. We really want to see it, and hopefully it can be part of the digital exhibition, or at least inspire the digital artist when he's creating his projection. It's a really nice way of having your say. Right, so now the buzzard is finished. And that's a really simple, easy and creative way of including your feedback, thoughts and ideas around the Claycross Town Plan in your artwork. Have a go, and please make sure you share what you've done.